NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready? Katie? 53, Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Gun.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss, the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Bell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. And the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Newton to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Right, 40! 59!
From the gun, here's Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Luck. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Calais Campbell in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Set. Ready to eat. Set 53. Here we go. Ready.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on second down, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Looking to throw on second down. Luck under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. The former Broncos scored a touchdown for him in the Super Bowl. Malik Jackson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Try 40. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Third and long, it's Luck. And the pressure gets to him again. Calais Campbell, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely, he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And that one for the 49ers, now a 2-touchdown advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
53, check 53.
From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down now, it's Peterson. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Running right through it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
53 is mine. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Caught on the left side by Give. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Shotgun snap for Newton. It's caught. Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Ready? Look at him. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come on.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Gun. 53 is the mic. 8. Fellas, let's set a tone. Check 3. Check.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously cost one.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Out of the gun, Newton. Well, this is caught by Ginn. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Lions.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down, it's Bell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Third and 2, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
After the interception, it's Love. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 20. 22-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Newton. And that's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. The left side completion to Jones. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Check 180. Check 53 is mine. You gonna get this?
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton going with a screen for Murray. Latavius Murray. Touchdown, Detroit. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this 1st half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Dawson tacks on the point after, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Calais Campbell, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A toss play. This is Peterson. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his 1st year in New Orleans, in on the stop.
Demario Davis brings up 3rd down.
Two minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
Motion man, watch 12, watch 12. Trips.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Calais Campbell in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Here's Ginn. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C., and the Redskins there out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Peterson. Adrian Peterson off to the races. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Adrian Peterson in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
It's been a long day for you.
Block on 3rd down. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This one fielded at the 5. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan is showing you.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That's it. That's it, buddy. Bring it. Bring it.
On 1st down, Murray. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready. Ready. Check 53. Come on. You better bring it. Ready.
And now he'll tuck it and run. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run from the shotgun with Murray and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now.
Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come. 36, 36.
He can run for it, and he will. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And while it's highly unusual for NFL teams to think about using their quarterback on key 3rd down runs, none of those teams, save one, has Cam Newton. He's unique, one of the biggest quarterbacks you'll ever see. Give him the ball. Let him pick it up.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Check 53. Watch the run. Watch the run.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Lions have taken the lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Again, Peterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try the air now with Locke. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They toss it left side to Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
On 2nd and 15 now. Luck. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Strong right. 11B. Safety creep. Rush in.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go one more. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They run again with Peterson. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Now Luck. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Josh Gordon. Incomplete.
On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
That's it, baby. We go
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Luck. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Graham, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Luck. And he's going to go down again. Alex Anzalone, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Mike, go. Line 674.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck under pressure again, and down he goes again. Calais Campbell in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go with Murray again. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
Here's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Newton. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A run. It's Murray. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jabal Sheard has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
You hate to get the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Tighten down. There you go.
From his goal line here, Locke. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's Luck. And Luck is going to run out of time and out of luck as well. It's a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a 1-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And it's 3rd down.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
20. 53. Let's go.
Murray. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Murray. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Lions on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Lions on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They run with Murray, and he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. He was covered by Josh Norman.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One last throw here for Lott. Screenplay, McKinnon. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Detroit, the win is their 8th on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.